So we're asking the question, if God is omniscient, if he knows everything, then how do we have free will? Do we have free will? Or is it just something that makes us feel better because we say that God is a God of love? As we've mentioned in previous videos, love is a choice. Love can only exist in a state of freedom. Therefore, if there is no freedom, there is no love. And if the scriptures are true and they say that God is love, hence there must be freedom. So how does that work if God knows everything?
We see that God knows our past, we see that God knows our present, and the big if is what's going to be on the board next. It's a big if. If you guessed it, I'll give you a free granola bar. You're welcome.
God knows the past, he knows the present, and he knows the future? How does that work, that God knows the future but doesn't make it happen? So here's the point. This is where we are now. This we understand. The past we sort of understand. But what about the future? Does God know the future? And if so, how is it that he knows it but doesn't make it happen? That we actually still have a choice. We have free will. And I would say it works just like this. Right now, at this exact moment, you can look from wherever you are right now and you can see A and B and C at the same time. The reason you can see it is because you right now are outside of this line continuum.
And the difference is that you and I, in our lives, we are stuck along this line. We see everything from a linear fashion. We see past, we see present, and then we look forward to our future, towards the things that we're going to be doing eventually in our lives. But the difference is, just like you right now, you are watching this. You can see this right now, you can see the past, you can see the present, and you can see the future, all at the same time. Woo, circle.
But you're outside of this line. That's why, at this exact moment, from wherever you are on planet Earth, or somewhere else, I don't know, you can watch this video and you can see the past and the present and the future because you're outside of the line. You just see it. You're not making it happen. When you're watching this video, you're not making me say the things that I'm saying. You're not making any of these points. You're just watching it from outside of this space. And so for you, outside, we can see this, and for us, outside of the line, A, B, and C, it's all present.
This is how God sees our lives and how he experiences time. He is experiencing our past, he's experiencing the present, and he's experiencing the future, all bundled into one. In the present, whatever you're doing right now, God sees that. And at the same exact time, he sees the day you were born. He sees your first steps. He sees your first words.
Because you just see it now. You're not making it happen, you just see it. There are so many examples in scripture, or so many passages or stories where this understanding helps shed light and helps stuff in scripture just make sense. So for example, when the scriptures teach that God forgives our past sins, our present sins, and our future sins. For some of us, it's like, well, how does that work? Does God make us sin in the future so that he can forgive us? No, he just sees it. Just like you. You're not making me say these things or point, or you're not even making me draw sweet stars. That is a sweet star. You just are watching. You're just seeing it. Yes, we do have free will. We have the ability to choose, but God sees it. Maybe that's why the scriptures teach that God speaks and he says that I know the plans that I have for you. I see it. He sees it. It's all present for him. Maybe this helps explain why when Moses, he was arguing with God once because God wanted him to do an amazing thing for him, leading his people. And one of Moses' arguments was, well, God, I don't even know who you are. What's your name? And God's answer was, I am present. It's all present tense for God.
Yes, God knows everything. He knows what's going to happen. He knows what's happening, and he knows what's happened. But at the same time, he's giving us the free will that allows us to love and experience love from him.